Hello, this is Emily. I am super late to filming, but it's finally time to film my October reading wrap-up. This is probably the last video you're going to see from me for a while till the end of the month because I am pretty busy, so I don't really have much time to film. I'm literally sitting down really quick to film this video, so we're going to try to make it fast and quick and get right on into all the books I read in the month of September. I ended up reading Trubis by Sarah Novik. This was a contemporary set in a deaf school, and I thought it was a cute little read. I learned a lot about the deaf community, and I gave this book 3.5 stars because I did enjoy those characters and stuff. However, some of the plot points towards the end I felt were a little bit rushed and could have had a better resolution. I read Hollow Kingdom by Kira Jane Buxton, and this was a 3-star read for me. This we're following a crow's point of view and how they are surviving through an apocalypse when their human has suddenly turned into a zombie. This was a cute little read. I mean, the writing style was a little juvenile, so I kind of had a hard time getting into it, but I guess because we're in the crow's mindset, they were trying to dumb it down from a crow's perspective. I'm guessing that's why the writing felt that way, but it was a good read, and I think there's a sequel. However, I don't think I'm going to pick the sequel up. I read the 3rd and 4th volume of Horimiya. This is a really enjoyable high school contemporary read, and I gave both of these 5 stars, and I really did enjoy the story. I tackled a classic with King Lear by Shakespeare. This was a 3-star read for me, or more like 2.5, 3. This isn't my favorite play of his, but I mean, it was all right, and I mean, I got through it. I finally finished The Hod King by Josiah Bancroft. This was a 4.5-star read for me. I really did enjoy the continuation of the series. However, I do wish we focused more on Sinlin instead of just in the first part. After that, he kind of just disappeared for a bit. And of course, he's my favorite character, so I'd rather read more about him than the other characters. So that's kind of why I docked 0.5 star, but still superb writing overall. And I can't wait for the final book in this series. So I went nostalgic and picked up Buffy Volume 1. This was one of my favorite TV shows growing up as a young child. And I do have a lot of the seasons on the box DVD sets. And so I was really excited to see the modernized version of this, and it was a great start to the series, though the pacing was a bit off in places, but overall I did enjoy it and gave it a 4 stars. Continuing on with nostalgia, I picked up the 2nd volume of Pokemon. We were introduced to a new character here with Yellow, and in this one, Red ends up going missing, and they are set out to find him and rescue him in this series. So really great. Loved the new character introductions, and also had a lot of really cool battles and favorite characters brought back to continue on with this bind up. I read the Scum Villain Self-Saving System Volume 3. This was a 3.5-star read for me, and I did really enjoy this, and I think this kind of counts as the conclusion. There is going to be a 4th book, but it's more like side stories. However, I think this wrapped up well, and I did really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to reading my other books that's on my shelves by this author, because this is probably their first work, so I'm trying to read them in the order that they were published, because their writing has gotten better over time from this one. I ended up reading Shaman's Crossing by Hobb. This was a 4-star read for me, and I really did enjoy the start of this series, and I like the magic and kind of the world building that was throughout, and I was really rooting for the main character here, and I can't wait to see how the series continues, and of course, superb writing as always from Hobb. I read A Man and His Cat Volume 5. This was a 5-star read for me, and this edition had me literally on the edge of my seat. I was worried. I was hoping it would have a happy ending considering what was going on, and I'm glad that we did have a happy resolution. Don't want to spoil what exactly was going on, so that way if you haven't read this yet or read any of the series, but as a pet owner, if anybody's been in this situation before, you would relate to. But I did enjoy it and can't wait to pick up volume 6. Tackled The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith. This is a historical fantasy. I believe it's set kind of during the Industrial Revolution era, so like early 1900s and stuff, late 1800s. But anyways, this was a alright read. I mean, it's YA, so some of it is a little cheesy and tropey, but I did enjoy the story overall and do plan on picking up the next book in the series, because this one did leave on quite a interesting note, and I want to see how it progresses from where it left off. And again, sorry I'm being vague, don't want to spoil for those that haven't read, but I did really enjoy this. Last but not least, I tackled Way of the Argosy by Sebastian de Castel. This is a prequel to the Spell Single series, where we are following Varys and kind of what led up to her becoming an Argosy. And this was a solid 5-star read for me, and I did really enjoy the story. And there is a follow-up, so I've already ordered it and can't wait to read it, because this is probably one of my favorite series as a whole, and I would definitely recommend reading this series in its entirety as well as the prequels, because even the prequels did not disappoint. You know, sometimes prequels can be a little lacking, but this one definitely was not. So definitely check this one out, because you will enjoy it. Well, I guess that's it for today's video. It was pretty quick and brief, I hope, because I didn't have much time to actually sit down and film. And I try to keep my books as spoilery as possible, because I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it. But I guess September was a decent reading month for me. I started out strong and kind of finished weak, and I think that tends to be the norm with all my reading months. However, I do hope October I can get a lot of my spooky reads done, since it's Spooktober and it's the perfect season for reading horrors and like gothic fantasy. So that's what I'm focusing on this month. But I guess I will see you guys in my next video. It probably won't be till the end of the month when I'm choosing my next TBR video, because I don't have a lot of time to film, so you won't be seeing me post every week, but I will still try to at least post every other week. But I guess that's it, and I will see you in my next video.